Hello everyone. Techland have recently just posted an announcement about Dying Light points. From what I've seen so far, the community is very split and it's a lot of negativity. So instead of jumping to conclusion or riding the bandwagon, let's actually read it all and not just like minor little bits and pieces, so we actually get the full picture. Dying Light points will let you stay in the game to grab your favorite bundles. It takes a moment and you get better deals. Figure it out all firsthand. Everyone will get 500 Dying Light points at launch. Sounds like a decent amount. It all depends on how much the bundles are actually going to be. Have some questions, and here's a lengthy FAQ they actually put down. So we're going to go through every single one of them, and it's this long, so yeah. What are Dying Light points? Dying Light points is the in-game currency that allows you to buy skin bundles in Dying Light 2 at a better price without leaving the game. It will also be available for purchase for real money on first-party stores through our in-game store. That sounds pretty great. I think one of the main issues I've seen of other people is buying bundles or like buying certain little things here and there, and a lot of it not really coming to the game the moment they buy it, or they have to like basically restart their game, so basically close it then reopen it, and hopefully that'll try to like get it to them to their stash as quick as possible. But I've seen too many issues of people buying stuff and not really getting it as efficiently as they thought. So hopefully that'll help, but let's see. Do I need Dying Light points? Only if you've been getting or planning to add some items from our bundles to your armory in your bid for survival. At the same time, they're not required to make the most of the game you've already purchased, so if you're not a fan of skin bundles, feel free to ignore them and carry on with your day. So, by the second bullet point, it doesn't really sound like it's impacting that harshly. And I mean, I'm not one to really like nitpick on wording, but it says planning to add some items for our bundles to your armory. So either it might be like a Fortnite system, because Fortnite system is actually really good and it's not that invasive in regarding to what you want to buy. So let's say for the Brecken bundle, so let's say you only wanted the actual outfit, but not the, I think it was called the voltaic wrench. So let's say you only want the outfit, you didn't care about the item, then you can buy that for, let's say, 200 Dying Light points, and then the bundle might cost 400. That's just my example. I can see it helping a very minute percentage of people, because most people really just buy the full bundle. Because I know for me, when I buy bundle, I don't just buy, like, obviously you buy it because it looks good, or you think it's worth your $8 or so, $7. But I also buy it knowing that it's going to support the company. And it's also just good mini like DLC bits. So why not? Next point. Why are you introducing Dying Light points? This is a straightforward way for you to buy bundles without the need to leave the game. Dying Light points will also make our lives easier because we don't have to set up the bundles on multiple outside stores. And to make it more attractive for you, we will be offering a more beneficial pricing for the majority of the bundles when bought with Dying Light points. I can somewhat understand wanting to actually centralize all their payments rather than going to Epic, GOG, and like Steam and like other avenues, because also on top of that, a lot of these other third parties do take a cut. Like, I know for the end user, you don't really care, you're the customer, you got what you paid for. But regarding in a business standpoint, like so let's say it's $8 for a bundle, Steam's taking a cut and Epic Games taking a cut. And I don't know because I don't use GOG that extensively, but GOG also might take a cut. So, devil's advocate, let's say GOG does as well. Those are three different avenues with possibly three different percentages of them actually withdrawing their own cut from the downloadable content. So, you can see why they don't really make a lot at the end of the day. Even though thousands of people play the game, it's still a lot of cuts that had to be made. On to the next point. I am happy with how it worked until now. Can I just buy skin bundles the old way? It will be possible to buy existing skin bundles the way you used to before, with the exception of PlayStation Store. Actually, that's one avenue I actually forgot to bring up. The PlayStation, the console stores as well. Sony and Microsoft also take a cut. So that's about five avenues of revenue cuts. Where bundles will be removed upon the launch of Dying Light points. This is only for PSN. I just want to make that clear. It's only for PSN. At the same time, one of our goals with Dying Light points is to gradually move all the bundles inside the game, so we can reduce the amount of time we spend on maintaining those on various storefronts. Yes, this is what I mentioned before. of the bug of people buying it within certain spots and basically either not getting it, or it's like it takes too late, or they only get minor pieces. It's been a big issue. It's basically in the case, you know, like you want to get what you paid for right away, especially when the content's already in the game. There is no like packets flying anywhere. The only thing, basically the only thing is verifying that you actually bought it. It's to your account, and you're supposed to get it right then and there. That, technically speaking, shouldn't really take as long. It's more so verifying, then boom, you got it, you're all clear. I'm starting to understand why they're introducing this, especially also this will, one, make it easier for the end customer. Two, it would also, you also receive your items quicker. And three, hopefully, I actually do hope for it, that we get rid of this issue, so this issue doesn't like appear as much. I run through issues on multiple platforms. I read through it, multiple platforms of people, and like, you know, just seeing that it really does suck, because, you know, I've enjoyed the bundle. I thankfully haven't ran into the issue so far, but I do see the other side of it. You know, you want to get what you paid for, like I said earlier. I don't care about skin bundles. When is the next update, and what's up with DLC 2? Actually, glad they worded it like that, because they know what the community wants. They know how it is. The next update is in the making. It will offer some of the features you've been asking for, like community maps for consoles and more. Hey, there's a confirmation. Now you know when it's coming. Now you know it's coming for consoles. It'll be really great. The maps I've showcased and some maps I played offline that were in a very early alpha or beta, they've been promising and really great. So I can't wait for everyone to actually experience that. It'll be really good. And that's not all. We have more than that coming to you by the end of the year, so stay tuned for more cool things down the road. As for DLC 2, our commitment to the community remains the same, and this is to deliver the best story expansion possible, but that takes time. Recently, we've invested a lot of time and effort into reworking the core game mechanics, such as combat, parkour, or night, so that they are at a level we are happy with, all to ensure that the DLC 2 experience feels genuinely rewarding and fun. There's not really much new regarding DLC 2. We heard this from, you know, Timon and some others, that the delay was, you know, for the right direction, because they do want to work on it more extensively, and with the new reworks, they want to make sure the reworks are actually intertwined with the new DLC, because it makes no sense to create a map that's made for the old movement, made for the old combat, made for the old night system, and then you jump in with the new system that are reworked, and now it's a mess. It doesn't make sense. It's all over the place. It looks out of place, or it feels out of place. So, like, you know, no one wants to deal with the mixed reviews and the mixed feelings. That's, you know, it's an unneeded hassle. So I would rather have the DLC delayed, so we actually get a good product, compelling story expansion, you know, compelling writing. I'd rather take that. Is the DLC 2 delay in any way connected to you working on Dying Light points? Absolutely not. These are two separate projects with different teams working on each. The only reason for the DLC 2 delay is the fact that we want to improve the game further for it to fully meet our and your expectations. So, as far as I know now from this, so we have three groups. Three groups are, like, you know, three teams working on. So there's the event team, the main game team, and then I guess, you know, the Dying Light team. That's my guess of it. Not really much to go off of that. I could be wrong on that structure, but I remember that I'm pretty sure it was Timon in his recent AMA saying that regarding events are dealt with a separate team. So regarding, like, you know, future updates, that still gets worked on aside with them. How do I buy bundles using Dying Light points? Oh, whoops, actually I skipped one. What kind of bundles can I buy with Dying Light points? Exactly the same type we've been offering before via first-party stores. The only change is that now you'll be able to buy them with Dying Light points directly from the game. Straightforward. I'm curious on the pricing. That's my main point. How do I buy bundles using Dying Light points? Easy. Go to the main menu in the game, then to the store section. These bundles displayed there can be purchased with Dying Light points. Depending on the platform you use, follow the instructions displayed on screen. Not really much to go on for that. Next, are there any limitations on how Dying Light points can be spent? There are some exclusions. For example, DLC and upgrades can't be bought with Dying Light points. However, you can buy the bundles. And we're giving you some Dying Light points away for free at launch for you to try them out, so make sure to claim them and spend those. This is actually really good because it makes sense to actually don't know any game that does this besides COD. Well, they used to with COD points. Would you be able to buy DLC? So this is actually, you know, it's not that jarring. And for the people surprised that you can't, I'd say check out a couple games that still have microtransactions that have similar systems to this. They don't really do that. It is mostly just skins or bundles. Next, if I already have some of the items, can I get a discount on the bundle that includes them? There would not be such a functionality available at the launch of Dying Light points, so we're working on adding it in the future. Okay. So, yeah. I'd say hold on to it. If there's a bundle you see, or, you know, however they may shape it out, that you don't have, I suggest buying it. But if you want to hold on, please hold on to that till they add that feature. The last thing I want is another situation where people feel scammed when it says in the FAQ that that functionality isn't there at the moment, but they're working on it. I'm also guess this is not going to come out until after the update, the Community 3 update, which is possibly September, because I know this month we may get the Payday 3 event, and then after that, either the beginning or the middle of September, we will get the big update that I'm actually pretty stoked for. On to the next one. If I already bought a bundle or got it during an event, will it appear as purchased for me to make sure I don't buy something I already own by accident? Yes, you'll be able to see that you own it already and won't buy it again by accident. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much straightforward like every other company that does it. The last thing you want to do is get sued. That might fall under some anti-consumer law. How do I claim free Dying Light points? Go to the main menu in the game, then to the store section. There you can find a free Dying Light points pack waiting for you. Follow the instructions there to claim the points depending on the platform you use. You'll be able to claim and spend free Dying Light points for 1 month from the launch of the functionality. Can I earn Dying Light points during in-game events? There won't be such an option at launch, but we can get into the possibility of creating special occasions when you can do just that. So stay tuned for future updates. That is one thing I've only seen Fortnite do. But they don't do it in events, they do it part of the battle pass. It's like other little gifting things they do once in a while, but this is the first. So possibly we can in an event, maybe you earn 50 to 100 Dying Light points, and we get events like almost every month basically at this point. So let's say they do 100 a month. On top of that, the events are fun, or let's say you're like a few dollars short. Let's say 2 or 3 events after, and let's say each one of them gave you 100 Dying Light points. Now you can possibly spend $3 or $4 on like whatever you were missing. That's actually really good. And actually caring about, you know, the people who either don't really play the game this much or they only look forward to the events. You know, there's always a demographic for everything. I'd go over the rest of the questions, but I don't really want to prolong the video. Long story short, this is pretty much a very early phase of the new Dying Light point system, so we really don't have anything to go off of about either, you know, what they say. So I say hold the pitchforks, you know, don't spread negativity, wait it out, because at the end of the day, on a business standpoint, this is really helpful to them, and as a end user, this is all optional. Nothing's forced, nothing's really changed. They just want to see more profit, and I'm all for it if it means that it'll help with development. I'm all for it. So once again, you know, just don't rag on developers, don't rag on the community managers or anybody else. Just wait how it is. And don't forget Techland's history. They're, for the most part, they are known to listen to community, listen to feedback. They make mistakes like anybody else. So if they make a mistake throughout, you know, second, third, fourth phase, and, you know, we make our voices loud enough, they will gladly revert it or make it better for us. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, good night and good luck.